especially on that coast, you know.
Right. Who's one of your favorite guys throughout the course that you've been lit with? Was it Be Real, Snoop? Like, who's fun? Like when you were out there doing that.
To blaze with?
To blaze with.
Dave Chappelle. It's fun to smoke with him. Be Real is definitely fun to smoke with. That's the homie. Mm-hmm. That's definitely on some hip hop shit. Like, you know, love being around the music with him, mm-hmm. with that, you know. But Dave Chappelle, you know, one of the most wittiest, funniest people, still very on point when he's high, you know. Maybe except for the one night he said he knew he bombed because he was so high. But yeah, hanging out in a hotel room, just talking shit.
Right.
You know, I think I got one of the best shows in my life, just sitting in the La Mondrian Hotel watching Bob the Builder before he passed away. Like literally a week before he passed away, and him cracking jokes on him and making some remote joke between him and Luke Skywalker. We just talking, and Dave was just naturally funny, and the conversation just brings natural humor where I thought I got the best show of my life. And my sound engineer and his manager kept coming over to the hotel, because really we were supposed to be at the House of Blues, which is torn down now, but we were supposed to be across the street at the Blues doing something in that little small room that they had, and we got caught up smoking weed in the hotel and bugging the fuck out, and didn't leave, and was like, fuck them, we just gonna kick it, Mason. And he just had me dying the whole night. And then another time, you know, well, we didn't even get a chance to do it, but I was high before I already got there. Mm-hmm. He was high before he already got there.
It happens.
And was meeting, and we met up at the White House. And we tried to smoke a joint in the White House, but Clarence said we couldn't. Clarence is the dude who's actually been the butler there for like since the Clinton administration.
Wait, hold up, wait, just.
But he was trying to help us out. But he was like, yo, he said, the real reason why y'all can't smoke, he said, because of Michelle. Michelle has definitely been keeping Barack away from smoking cigarettes. So here it is, had he been smoking cigarettes, and if he was able to smoke cigarettes, like no one in the White House could smoke cigarettes, so it wouldn't tempt him to smoke. So if that opening of cigarette smoking was open, he would have gave us a room to go smoke the joint. But being that it was absolutely no smoking during his term, it'd have been a problem.
Yeah, and you know what? I have respect for him and the sheer fact that he had the muscle and ability to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knew. He's like, nah.
Clarence made it clear to us, and trust me, my wife was with me. We was on a little excursion in the White House. This was like at the end of Obama's term, you know, little excursion in the White House, going through the kitchen and all these other passages to get where the presidents actually used to smoke until she changed the rule.
Really? So she took away the little dugout spot that you go.
Yeah, when you go and
just wow.
Yeah, she did.
Did you ever just at any point let you just wander? Did you ever, there's like all the time there's people like Secret Service or shit in the White House. You know what I'm
saying? No. There was always, you had to be with some sort of escort.
Right.
Like, you know, you had to be with Clarence to do all of that.
Right.
You had to. You know. And yeah, and there was that other moment with Dave trying to bug out and make something happen over some weed. And I was already high before I got there. And
right.
I was, you know, and he was too.
No, it seems like everybody was in the right state of mind for that.
Yeah, that was a great party that night. It was, I couldn't believe what was going on in there. You know, I had to sit down and take it all in. Couldn't believe it was
surreal?
Very surreal. Fried chicken, Hennessy, D-Nice on the turntables.
In the White House? In the dugout spot in the White House?
No, actually.
Oh, the hotel in
No, in the White House. In the White House.
Wow.
Yeah, this other time. in the White House, like really, for the celebration of the end of his term with BET and all of that. And we had we had did a performance. The Roots did a performance. Belle Biv DeVoe did a performance. Common, Jill Scott, and then there was the after party in, I believe, the West Wing, and it was off the chain. I couldn't believe it. It was Club White House for a night. I don't care if I never go back in that building again.
Well, you've set the bar a little bit high, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we just wilded out at the White House.
Yeah. It was,
like, where do you go from there?
I mean, honestly, I didn't anticipate wilding out.
Nobody anticipates wilding out. Nobody starts their morning like, hey, I'm gonna get me a good hearty breakfast. Yeah, what you doing there? What you doing today? Yeah, no, I'll see you later. We're gonna wild out at the White House. I'll get back to you in a while. I don't think that organically begins.
It was a couple of glasses of wine and talking some shit, and then all of a sudden you saw fried chicken and Hennessy being passed around. You're like, yo, what kind of party is this?
Now, they made the chicken on site, right, in house?
Yeah. I mean,
or you like sending people out when you're lit, like, who's going on around?
When me and Dave noticed it, that's when the idea of like going to the kitchen came up and going to see how this was being done. Like, who's making this chicken? It was too good, and the White House fried chicken, this ain't matching up. But Obama, okay, Michelle, all right, but we need to go see who's making this chicken. So Clarence took us to see the kitchen and met everybody who was in there, and it was all the right folks making the chicken, you know. And we got to meet the dude who tests Obama's food to make sure it ain't poison and shit like that.
Wait, hold up, really?
He gave me a demo. I swear he gave me
so that shit's real. There's a guy who probably went to like Wharton or Harvard or some shit, right?
Demo, and he gave Angie Martinez a demo. Yep, Angie, he gave Angie, when I saw Angie later, she had the same demo. And it was from the dude who tests out, make sure Obama don't got no shit in his food, you know?
Wow. That's some wild shit.
Yeah, that was...
Like, how do you apply for that?
Yeah.
Like, what did he do? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a degree, a lot of money in college to work, because you got to be professional to work at the White House, right?
Yeah.
You just can't be anything, right? You got to probably have a really big fancy degree, and then you go to the White House, and then your job is to just take some of the food.
I would assume so. I'm not knowing. You know, this is another one of them new experiences. Like, I can't believe what's happening, and I can't believe I'm running around the inside of these trap doors with Dave Chappelle trying to figure out how to smoke a joint. And getting educated that, you're not because DC was already legal at this time, too, so that was the whole kicker, too. Like whoa, it is legal to smoke weed in DC, but not in a government building.
Right, in a federal building.
In a federal building, excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
Which leads to the sort of what we were just, before we were talking about before, like, soon, how long do you think it'll take before this thing is just legalized on a national level, everybody getting paid, it becomes like just a standardized industry? Like, what's your guess?
My guess for the United States, 2 years.
2 years.
My guess, based on how I've just been keeping my ear close to the ground and different people who are friends with people in legislation, you know.
Gotcha.
That's hearing the word through the grapevine. And I'm guessing 2 years. You know, there's a lot I think they still have to work out with prison reform, and also how they feel like they're gonna make money.
You've worked with us before,
yes.
So you've done the chapter with us.
Yeah,
one right here.
This was fun.
It's my Vanna White shit right here. You know what I'm saying?
This was fun to do. This was surrounding the 20th anniversary of 3 Feet, and now we're at the 30th.
Wow.
We're here now with 30 years of it. So it's a blessing to still just be here and doing what I love with the guys I built it with.
And is it all the members in the group together? Or is
yes, we are.
And
we never broke up. We've argued, we fight.
Yeah.
We love each other, and yeah, and we know the significance of sticking together, man.
Do you think that's a Brooklyn thing?
What, sticking together?
Yeah.
Well, I'm the only one really from Brooklyn. Well, Dave's from Brooklyn as well. You know, he left Brooklyn at a very young age. Pops is from the Bronx, and he left the Bronx at a very young age, you know. I left Brooklyn at the age of 14.
Wow, that's some formative years, though. So
Yeah,
you're saying you leave at 14.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we said before, like, you know, that's
Yeah.
where you're from.
I mean, I claim both Brooklyn and Long Island. Long Island is where it all really happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially coming from the boroughs where I thought hip hop, this is where it exists, this is where it need to happen, this is where you need to be to do it, you know? And through just some craziness going on at that time in '84, I ended up moving to Long Island at the end of that summer, and I thought I was moving further away from my dream. And here it is, turn around, 85, 86, it started to click.
Right.
You know, I meet Prince Paul in '86, met these dudes in high school, '85, pretty much in summer school.
Right.
You know, so to watch it all, and you know, your high school years kind of sort of identify who you are or going to be. So, you know, I claim Long Island in a major way. You know,
I think we
as
New
home
York
as well. Yeah, as home as well. You know, I could say I've probably been a nomad of Brooklyn because I lived between Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, Bushwick, Flatbush.
Wow. You
know,
lived all over Brooklyn.
but mostly between Bedford-Stuyvesant and Bushwick.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, talking about a little off subject here because you know we were trying to say green, but I guess when you green you wander.
Yeah, I mean I bought weed all over them different parts of the Brooklyn. When they were tray bags, nickel bags.
Well, that's my favorite thing. Like,
Nice segue,
no,
right?
no, listen, that's one of the things today. Like nobody knows, and again, you definitely were insulated. But the concept of trying to tell someone to get a dime bag or a nickel bag is just an insanely foreign concept these days.
Do you remember when they were in Manila bags, like little envelopes?
Yeah.
Remember that?
And yeah, the first time I got the little manila thing, and I was like, nah, I don't do that. I want weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. And then they're like, no, it's weed in there.
Yeah.
We you know, there were a lot of spots in the Junction by Brooklyn College. I think my favorite one was the Bodega that never had anything in it. They had like a bunch of quarter waters. They had some chips, but they never had anything else in it. Everybody's sitting there like, what the fuck? What are they selling? What do they sell there? And, you know, some of us went, you get lucky, you went, and you go, you get some weed and you find. And every now and then there'd be some idiot that went in there looking for shit, and everybody else would be like, bro, there's nothing here. There's some stale plantain chips, and that's it. So I think it's come a very long way.
Yes, it has.
Right? I think a little bit close to the subject recently, and if it's, we'll get rid of it, you don't like it, but you had a little bit of an issue putting out some music, right?
Yes.
You had a moment, and I listen. As a fan and an appreciator of the music, I gotta ask a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because we packed. I'm not gonna lie. A bunch of us got nervous, like when the new shit you did with the CBG. I mean, the continuation of quality. And again, we'll talk about that with product consistency. Fire. You doing that again? But what happened with that?
We're still in limbo with it.
All right, we can't talk about it.
We're still in limbo with it.
All right.
We hoping and praying that it works out to be an amicable thing, you know. But right now we're definitely still in limbo.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. We really appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate coming through.
Now, we appreciate you kicking it. And the best part is, and this is like a creative shit that we gonna figure out as Frank, and maybe you can come back and help us do it. Like, how do we capture the stuff that we were all knocking around with before, right? Like arguing with Al, and the best part is now he ain't on camera. Now we can say whatever we want because he ain't gonna cut us off. He's gonna fuck you and edit this shit, all right? But yeah, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying?
I got valid points, man. I wasn't fronting on anything he was saying.
Neither am I.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying we can agree on one thing. Nobody wants to get hit in the head by Tyson.
Nobody.
Period.
Nobody.
Ain't nobody else gonna hit you as hard.
Nah.
That's it. Right?
You don't even want to get hit in the arm and your arm hit you in the head. Like he's cracking through your forearm.
So we had this thing, we were talking about this, right? Would you step into the ring with a boxer for $1 million? So I'll give you my answer first, and then you can give what he said. And I said, you know what? I would step into the ring for $1 million with any boxer, thinking I'd take the shot and go down. When it came to Tyson, I was like, hold on a minute, I need to think about this.
I thought about it.
Because I may not get back up. And I chose, fuck it, ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, I do it. That was just me, but nah.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, you know.
Clearly a smarter man than I am.
Call me a sucker, call me what you want. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
No, there is no.
You know?
I don't think anybody could call you a sucker. I think more people would call me an idiot. But it's just the sheer curiosity of the part of, yeah, he will punch through my arm, through my head. My mom will see it.
Just something about the whole idea.
I'm cringing just thinking about it.
The whole idea of it, somehow he just gonna make you earn that $1 million. Something's gonna go to a medical condition or something, like you really gonna earn that $1 million.
Yeah, no, I accept the fact there's a very high probability I wouldn't get back up, and then I couldn't use the $1 million. See, I guess you're smart. You have a better outlook on this. Because I'm thinking I could do it, and then as you're explaining it, I'm like, wow, maybe I don't get back up. How am I going to spend the money? I'm going to change my answer.
See what he's done?
I want to change my answer. I want to change my answer. I would like to go on the record to change my answer saying that no, I will not get in the ring with Tyson for $1 million. Not doing it. No, nobody has to call my mom. Thank you. Saved me a lot of pain and pressure. Thank you, man. I owe you big. So, I just saved this hypothetical life. I just saved this hypothetical life. I am in debt to this man. I owe him a death bond. What's that shit from the movies when someone saves your life? On that kung fu shit, I owe you my life and shit like that. But yes, I am no longer. Listen to me. I was bold and I was stupid. I'll admit I had a problem. But
you saw $1 million.
That's what I'm saying.
You saw $1 million.
I did. I saw the $1 million. But I went to the.
But once he hit you, you ain't seeing nothing.
Just stars, and stripes, and colors, and elephants, canaries. You know,
blue diamonds.
Yeah. Clovers. They run up the Lucky Charms guy running around. Yo, getting hit by Mike Tyson would not be magically delicious. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you can start a group to help people like, hi, my name's Neil, and I was a dumbass while smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? That's like some Chappelle shit right there. Like, I would just wild out. I would think I'm invincible. I smoke weed and say, hey, I'm going to get into the ring with Mike Tyson for $1 million. But thanks to the De La Academy and Professor Maseo, I am a better man. I am not getting into the ring with Mike Tyson for $1 million.
Hey, just sizing up the tapes I saw. You know.
Oh man. Well, all right. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by.
I want to thank you for having me, man. This was fun.
This was great.
Informative. I hope
100%.
Big up 420. Big up the legalization of marijuana. It's on its way. Recreationally and medicinally. It's better than drinking, in my opinion.
Oh, a lot better.
Yeah.
So let's sign off with, if you had to be, we have this thing we do, in the office now, it's like, we tell people like, just let's be frank, all right? If you had to be frank about weed in one sentence, what would it be?
If I had to be frank about weed in one sentence, hey man.
Or one statement. Because with weed it'll be wrong, but yeah.
If was a spliff, we all be high.
My man, thank you so much. Man.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Thank you, man.